Hey, what's up? My name is JM Chaley and welcome to my channel. This month, when was the last time I did a video? Not in a while. Thanks for checking back. Um, this time period, we're talking about strong female protagonists, but I want to really drill down on that sort of archetype because I think we're all familiar with the strong female protagonist. Um, you know, growing up in the 80s and the 70s when I did, not to date myself, but yes, we didn't have a lot of strong female protagonists. The heroes were, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, and we had Chuck Norris and stuff in the 70s and 80s, right? And if there was a female lead, she didn't do a lot of stuff. Even the movie Red Sonja, which came out in the 80s with Bridget Nielsen, they didn't let her carry her own movie entirely. It was her movie. She was Red Sonja, and they had to bring in Arnold Schwarzenegger to play the, not Conan because they didn't have rights to that, but you know. So it wasn't until like, Xena the Warrior Princess in the 90s that I feel like I saw my first, strong female protagonist. Maybe Princess Leia notwithstanding, right? But she was like the only woman in the galaxy at the time, you know? So I was always drawn to the idea of a heroic woman that kicked ass because I was deprived of it for so much of my life. We didn't have those kind of action heroes. They were all these big muscle bound dudes, which is fine, but where's the rest of life? Where's the rest of, where's the other gender, So a lot of people ask me why I write a female protagonist. That's a big reason why, because I want to show a strong woman who's kicking ass and taking names, and we write what we want to read, right? But being a strong female protagonist is more than just someone that'll punch you in the throat, and I think that's the piece that sometimes gets missed in fantasy fiction. So yes, you have your female protagonist. Yes, she knows how to kick butt. Maybe she's a great swordswoman or a great archer, or she knows martial arts or whatever. She just knows how to kick butt, and that's great. But is she driving the story forward? Is she affecting the plot? Is she doing things that force things to happen? Or are things just kind of happening to her and she's kind of like a buoy rising and falling with the tide of the plot as it shifts back and forth, and she's kind of like, oh, I can't, whatever. I think that's the real question. Does your female protagonist, or a female protagonist, maybe you're reading and not writing, does she have agency? And I think that's the secret ingredient. Strong female protagonists are great, but do they have agency? And you want to make sure that, and this isn't just for a female protagonist, a male protagonist should have agency too. All your characters should have agencies, even if they're a side character. A lot of people say, oh, my story's character driven. This is a character driven story. That's great. You want your story to be character driven, but here's the thing. All stories should be character driven. If they're not, then I'd say you have a serious problem. Everything should be character driven. You don't want to read a story where your character, male or female, is just being dragged along through a series of events and they're kind of like, oh, this is happening to me now. I mean, sure, they can't control everything, but they should always be trying to affect change, and they may fail. Sure, they may struggle, right? They may lose. They're doing things, and the world, the setting, the other characters, the villains, the antagonists are all pushing back on whatever your character's trying to do. And with male characters, I seldom see that being an issue, but with female characters, I often see it's a problem. I don't understand what it is. A lot of times with female main characters in fantasy fiction, there's some dude that comes in and has to swoop in, and and this guy's like a side character and he saves the day or does the thing. Why? If that's the case, then make your story about that dude. If he's the one affecting change, then maybe he should be the main character. So that's kind of it. This is a short video. Agency is the real key. So when people say strong female character, yes, great. But if you're an author, let them know that she also has agency, because that's the key. That's going to be the difference between someone that knows how to throw a punch and someone who knows how to make and carry out a plan, and do something and affect change. And I would think that a strong female character with agency should be able to do both. And that's going to be some great reading, All right, so if you like this video, please smush that like button. And as always, please subscribe. I post on Thursdays. I'm going to try to get back into posting more often. I think it's been a month or so or more since I posted my last video as of this. I'm recording this in early March, just to give you an idea, 2025. So, yeah, and I haven't recorded anything all year, I don't think. Have I? I don't remember. I don't remember. That's how long it's been. All right, then. You can check me out on jmchaley.com if you want to see what's going on. Keep up to date with all things Lisa Cooper and whatnot. You can follow me on social media. I'm on a plethora of social medias, but I'm mostly active on Facebook, Blue Sky, and Threads these days. And yes, definitely, let's connect. Follow me, hook me up, say hello. I'm always down to chat. And I will see you next time.